Hello everyone. So welcome back to my channel. So in this the video, I'm gonna try to mention about how to create the e-commerce website using the WordPress and Flatsum theme. So to get you understand the ins and outs of the WordPress and the Flatsum, I will try to make the step by step. So when you go to the instructions, so you have a step by step in here. So it already very detailed for you to follow up, but to make sure you can cover my series on, even though mine's the guideline, I will try to make a short video to help you follow up. So to see the lesson, you need to log into the lesson. So to log in the lesson, just come here and go to the Google. So when you open the Google, you just choose your account to log in, like I choose this account to log in, and when you log in the successful, you can try to visualize the lesson. So this is the first lesson we want. So the first lessons, we're trying to focus on the how to use the Gmail account on the Google and set up the VM instance. And after that, we will install the Flex panel on the host on the Google hosting. So why I choose the Google? Because I just want to get you understand the Google infrastructure and what we can use with the Google. But the price of the service on the Google very expensive. It's not affordable for you guys. So something you can consider to choose another provider, hosting provider. So for the next video, maybe I will start for you to choose the hosting provider, which is affordable price for you guys. Okay, so to get started, you need to have the Gmail account. In here, I will try to click on the create account for myself, and I have a first name and also the last name, and click on next. So in this one, I choose month. Um, I don't know. Just put the random list for this one and choose the mouth. Click on next. So I will try to create the sample. So just create a sample Gmails and click on the next. So password. Just make sure the password very simple, because if you put the password, it's hard. So it's really hard for you to try to log in. So in here I will choose my phone to use verification letters to get a message. Okay. So I just want to get the message. So you will take your phones and to get a message. So this step is very simple. It's not complicated. I hope so you already have a Gmail, but I just made a step by step to make sure you follow up my lesson. Oh, oh sorry. Okay. So after this, I will put the email to cover. So if my emails got problem, or you can skip. So I just click on the next. So just skip for this one and next. Okay. So we have three emails already created successfully. Okay. After you create it successful, yeah, so I just create a profile for this one and choose color and just click on the done. Okay. So after this one, you trying to go back. So we need to go to the Google Cloud Platform and set up. Okay, so right now, let's go to the Google Cloud Platform. Say the Google Cloud Platform. Okay, and skip the advertisement. Move to the next list. So we will have a Google Cloud. So in here, I just click on Start for free. Yeah. So when you click on Start for free, it navigates to the console.cloud.google.com, And in this one, I will choose my organization, just a startup. Okay. Okay. It's kind of very hard because when you put on a startup, so maybe you just click on the other. Okay. So just click on the term of the service, and then I will click because I choose the Vietnamese countries is the location where I stay here, so I can move to the United States or something like this one. Okay, and after this one, you just click on the continue. So it's take so long, and after that one, it's very crucial step because we will need to enter your business like a flooded sample and then the payment methods. So you need to put on the banking in here if you have a bank, but if you are not confident, you just click on the payment methods to use. Okay, so like here you can use credit card or debit card. So for this step, I will try and skip my step because it's I will put my card in here, so it's very important. Okay, so I will skip this step. All right, so after you done right now, you can see I put my Visa card in here. I hope that it's valid to get a payments. So I put address. Okay, address maybe I don't know. Just put the simple address. So I will get a simple address in the U.S. Simple U.S. address. Okay, and yeah, it's just a random address. So I think I just want to use a simple thread. I didn't move there and I just get the simple thread. So for my demo, I just use this. But if you have a thread, you just put your valid address in here. So it's very easy for the Google to take your business, your service. Okay. So the city in here, I will try to use in San Joe, the city, and I have a state. Oh my God, a state. What is state here? Ohio, California's. All right. So this is the California's. So I put on the California's and the zip code. Okay, this is the zip code for the states, and I put a zip code state. I hope that it's valid. And after this one, I will start my trial, and it will set up the building. And after you set up the building successful, it's show you the pop-up like a welcome to Louis. Okay. So what the browse you to the Google Cloud and you can will select. And I think I just want to learn more in Explorer, so I put it on here and I just click on the done, and then it get me need to pick some field that are interesting. So I click on the website, mobile apps, and store and the backup and database analysis. So I click on the done. So after I click on the done, I get a $300 credit of the use. So I will take advantages of using this credit to set up the hosting, the VM instance I will use. Okay, so let's go back to the lesson. After this one, you can go to the VM instance, the Google Cloud. So to start with the Google Cloud with the VM instance, you will need to enable the computer engines API. So let's try to go to the computer engines. Okay. In here, you need to activate a full account. So keep your cloud running uninterrupted. Yeah, and keep any remaining credit to spend during your free trial and pay only what you use. The billing starts when your free trial ends. So it means when you activate it, it means your services will be purchased by the Google Cloud Platform. Yeah, will be charged by the Google Cloud Platform. So that's why in here I just want to activate or skip. I don't know. If I want to keep the business last for long, so I will click the activate. So let's click on the activate. Yeah, and continues. Okay. So After that, I move to the search form and show me the computer engines. So just move to the computer engines. Alright, so in here, when you move to the computer engines for the first time, it shows you the computer engines API because you need to enable their services before you're using the computer engines, right? So after you enable, you visit the URL to show the overviews of the project. So I just want to copy the link and trying to open the new page ceased. Okay, so this link show me all of the project on the Consul's Google Cloud Platform. Yeah, because computer engines API still unenabled, so we need to take some time to wait for the computer engines API activate enable successful before we move to the new step. Alright, so after the computer engines APIs enable successful, so it reload the new page, and the new page in here you can show it list down all of the instance what you already configured are not. In here we just don't have any the VM instance, so that's why we will skip it and create a new one. Okay, and when you go back in here, you copy the link here. The link here just show you the same with the page, because when you click on the browser and paste the link, it show you all of the instance. So it's the same, it's not different. I just point out the link for you to make sure you can go to the correct page. Okay. And after that, let's try to make the project before you use the VM instance, because all of the service you use in the Google Cloud Platform need to manage by the project. So the project would be the organization to cover all of the services inside the. So that's why we will create a project. So to create a project, you can create an instance. Let's create an instance. No, I think we don't. Yeah, okay. In here we have the my first project. Yeah. The my first project means the Google Cloud Platform already prepared the available project for you, which is the file project, and this is the my first project. So you can try to change by click on the new project and make the new project in here. Like we have latest sample project, and the organization you can browse, but in here I will skip and just create a new one. And after that, when the new project config, you will switch to the new project. So I just click on select project. So in this one, when I select the project, so in the Google Cloud dashboard, it switch from the my project to the flattest sample project. Yeah, but when you switch to the flattest sample project, the computer engines API would require you enable again. So to save your time, we will use the my first project. Okay, so I'm gonna click on the my first project. So it just the guide you. Okay, and click on the manage. So when you go to the manage, it shows you the computer engines API. So the status now is already enabled, and if you click here, you just want to disable. So for example, if you don't want to use the computer engines on the my first project, just click on a disable. But if you just keep it. Okay, so go to the search box and click on the computer engines. So it will be list all of the VM instance. Okay, so in this one, when you scroll down, you can see we will set up the new VM instance, and this is some kind of a common configuration that you can follow up. So I just go here and go to create an instance. Okay, So I will try to click on the flooded the symbol instant, and this is the money we will use. Okay, and the salary I will put on the and one. I don't know, maybe and one should be the option I will choose. But the problem here, if you click on N1, you will see the money and you will see the configuration. So it means here we have a thread on the CPUs and also the approximately the uh, four memories RAM. So this memory maybe amount that the memory will help you to make sure that all of the software running on the operating system was stable or not. But if you think about it's not enough for you, you can try to move to the memory optimized. In this one, you can try to click on the advanced configuration and upgrade to the new one. So we have a hybrid memory. So when you click on the hybrid memory, you can see this one, and you can click on the ultra memory. But for me, I just keep on the mega memory because I cannot pick all of one. It's very expensive, and you can see this money. It's very big. Okay, so that's why you just trying to ignore this one. So I'm gonna move to the general. Yeah, just go to the general purpose. So when you back to the general purposes you have, so the Google they already help you to increase or make your system scalabilities with the hardware in here. Yeah. So totally I will pay at least $25 to use this engines. All right. So I will try to scroll down, and in here I will try to click on the allow default access, the firewall. So maybe something we will get a problem with the firewall. So we'll click on the allow the HTTP traffic and HTTP set traffic. Okay, so let's see anything else. Okay, in here you just think about we create the service account. It's the computer engines account will manage VM instance. If you want to have the service account, you can uh, select the Dropbox to get the new service account in here. Okay. Book list in the book list section, you will look up on the side. So we totally have a 10 gigabyte to store all the thing in your system. So I think the 10 gigabyte is not the big of the storage to save data. So but it's free. But if you want to enhance, you just click on the change and increase. Okay. So there are many configurations in here. You can try and do research, make your own research to see and to understand the ins and outs of the VM instance and how to config. That would be affordable and adapt your system, your scalability of your system. Okay, so we just go to create. So when you create it, it takes time to make the instant ready for our usage. So we will take a little bit time. I need to get a coffee. Yeah. Yeah, it's quickly. So right now you have the instant that's ready, and then we have a SS key, SSA. And so SSA is the kind of the ways we access to the remote server, access to the VBS, access to the VM instance. So you can open on browser. But if you want to set up the SSA, the asset from the local, you can do it. So like I mentioned in here, we have a SSA keys for authentication. So you can take this syntax to generate SSA key, And when you generate the SSH key, we have two kind of key. The one is private key and another is public key. So you can copy the public key and paste on the public key in here. So I'm gonna go to the instance and I will show you how to set up. Let's go to the instance. So when you go to instance, let's scroll down and come to the SS key. So in this one, we will try to set up the SS key in here. So just click on the edit button. So when you click on the edit button, yeah, you scroll down, and in this one you will try to yeah, click on the if you click on the block the project while the SS key, so it will block all of the external access to the server. But if you uncheck box, so it allow you, and then you can click on the add item. So item in here, you just public the SS key in here, and you want to save. So you have multiple item. It means you can allow the multiple user, multiple local machine to access on the server. Yeah. So it's just the way you can do it. Okay. So let's go back to the SS key in here. I'm just open on the browser because I will take the browser quickly to help you understand how to access on the server. Okay, so we just wait for a little bit and comes along. Okay, in here we have two API. The one API, the internal API and external API. I will show you where is it. So let's go to the go back to the list or instance. So in here you have two API. This is the internal API. The internal API just help you when you stay inside the VM instance. So you can use this the API. But external API look like the remote API, the share API. So when you trying to copy this API and open on the browser, you will see this will show you this kind cannot be read. Okay, so it means we will need to configure something on the server. Yeah. Okay. All right. So after that, you will open again. You will open the SS Windows. So we can use the list instance, delete all of the folder, and use this command to back to the root. And this is all of the file. Okay. So we have a lot of folder in here. So this operating system running on the Ubuntu, it's not running on Windows. So you can configure on a Windows or configure on a CentOS environments. So it depends on your purpose. You can do it. For our lesson, I will try to focus on the Ubuntu operating system. Okay. So I'll come to the install Plesk panel on the Ubuntu. Okay, to install Plesk panel on the Ubuntu, we were trying to use this command to download. So let's copy right, and I'll try to find a folder. Let's see the folder in here. Okay, I'm gonna go to the home, and yeah. So I will try to go to the flat sample. Okay, so in this one I will try to download. I will try to create a folder. So to create a folder in the home, I just trying to use this command, my directories, and the folder is documents. I just put the downloads. I think the downloads folder would be better. Command not found. Oh, sorry. Okay, so the permission denied. Why permission denied? Because we need to use a sudo to make sure it's working, and then we will go to the document. But if you don't want to use sudo permission, just want to use this sudo this command are R 077 and the downloads. So it will help you, and I go to the download. Yeah, and now I will paste the command in here to download the Plesk panel. Okay, so it's already downloaded successful, and right now you can see this fine. So we were trying to use this command to make the Plesk installer executable and run the Plesk installer. So I'm gonna try to use this command and paste in here. Okay, and use the command to install Plesk panel. You should have a super user privilege to install. What do you mean a super privilege to install? Okay, maybe we can use the sudo. Let's put on a sudo in front of. Okay, so it's working. I think it will take the long period of time. So just put on the forward, yeah, and the wise. There are some kind of the option will ask you go forward. Yeah, I will put on the full install all of available components. Recommend. So just click on the go forward. It's the bad mode, and so the bad mode so the progress and all of the tasks running on the background of the Ubuntu to install and download some kind of essential things that support the Flex panel work on the Ubuntu. But you will need to be aware that the Flex panel not the free version. It should be the paid version. So if you want to use the Plex for your business, just trying to invest a little bit money to manage and to purchase the Plex license. So when you purchase a Plex license, you can use all of the features. That's a Plex support. And whenever you have some problem with your server, and Plex will manage your website, your host, your website, your data. So the flight team they will help you because you pay the money for them. So you decided to get assistance from them. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the install. So after your successful installation, you can access the website by entering the domains in the API in here into your browser, and when you enter into your browser, you can use it, right? It's very easy for you. Okay, so let's see, but it take a lot of time. So the default the admin's username is the admin, but the password should be changed because we need to change the password on the Flex panel to get you can log into the Flex system. So if you don't know this syntax, I will help you. Okay, so let's wait for the Flex install. I think it's so long time. Yeah, just wait. Settings of Flash car many package install. If we make a comparisons between the Flex panel and C panel, I think it's very hard. For the Plesk panel, it's something we can use some features Flex will support, but for the C panel, some features on the C panel would be powerful and strong to use more than the Flex. And the UI, the user interface on the C panel would be better than the Flex. Yeah. So in some cases, if you are not the guy who understand or who config like ours, the video, you can try to use the cPanel. So the cPanel they already integrated on the hosting provider, and they make affordable price. So you just pay at least a little bit money to all the hosting, and your step just go to the install first. Yeah, and you don't need to make the complicated step like my video. So my video just want to look up the Flex panel on the Google Cloud engines and all of this stuff. What we can do with the Flex panel. So so after that, when I make the video for the C panel, so you can make the comparison for all of them and to know which one would be better for you to use it. Okay. Okay, so we will trying to get back to check. Right now, you know, the Plex already installed successful. So to make sure that how it's working, okay, we will try to access on the API. Okay, so let's go to the Google Engines, and this is the API. And right now, I will try to reload again. Okay, so just click on the advanced and go to the API. Okay, so it shows you the Plex panel, and this is the login screen. Okay, so we will need to log in. This is the admin, but the password we don't know, right? We don't know because from the beginning to until right now, we don't know how to set up the password. So I'll try to go to this the syntax to check. The first we need to go to the user and local and this. So I just want to copy right and go to the this one. I navigate to the root and cd to this. Okay, and after that I use this command to change. So this is my password. I just want to change this password would be the default to password. Yeah, we need the password should be come stronger. So that's why we were trying to update the new password. Like okay, I will trying to change to use I don't know, it's maybe really hard. Okay, so I'm gonna use this password. I'm not sure this password can be okay. Just copy right, and then I will try to enter. Okay, successful, right? So this is my password. So I will try to nest in here, and then come to this one and I log in. So yeah, it's successful to log in on the Flex panel. And when you log into the Flex panel, we will try to guide you some steps. The first you need to put on the emails. Your emails, like my email is this, so I can put the emails in here, or just the emails. So the email can help me to. So we will go to this one, and in here you need to change the emails. The email can help you to use to log in or to get the reset password if you forgot it. So contact the name and email is very important, and you can try to change your password with your admin. So your password in here you will change. Right now I have a password, but if you want to make the password would be very easier, you can change it. And right now I will change my password, so I can use this password to log in for the next time. Okay, so this is my password, and uh, the license in here we have two options. The first option is the pair license. So the pair license you put the license key in here. So if it validates, so you will get the premium, the Plesk panel. But if you don't have the license, you can use the proceed with the fulfill trial license in here. So I will choose this and click on the confirm and enter the Plesk. Okay. And after that, it takes time to run the Plesk panel to visualize the user interface for you, and you can follow up. Okay, so the next time we're gonna set up on the domain in the Plesk panel. So I will guide you. So for the domain, I think you can try to purchase from the any hosting provider. You will get a domain like me, and then we will try to use how to set up the domain. Okay, so to set up the domains, we will take advantages of using the domain to set up. So I will try to get the sample domains and to set up. So this the maybe the next lesson to help you and to get you understand, but it's very easily. Okay, because in here you don't have a domain and mail the application and file and database and such statistics would be disabled. But if you have a domain, so it's already enabled for you to access. Okay, so thank you for your watching. I hope that you can get my idea and understand how to install the Plesk on the Google Cloud platform using the VM instance. So we just want to understand the ins and outs of the Plesk panel for the next lesson. So thank you for your watching. See you the next video.